you probably want this Bitcoin miner because you can plug it in anywhere. Any outlet in your house can probably run this Bitcoin miner. It has been customized to run on 110 or 120 voltage. This is truly a Bitcoin miner that lets anyone mine Bitcoin anywhere. If electricity has been your hurdle, this gets rid of it. This in particular is an S19K Pro model. This has been one of the best bang for buck Bitcoin miners. They also have a configuration of this in the Bitmain Antminer S21 now. That is latest generation Bitcoin miner high efficiency. So let's dig into what's going on with this, right? What is it? Where do you get it? How much does it cost? How much does it earn and how much does it burn in electricity? This thing is so freaking cool, and it even has Wi-Fi capabilities. Granted, I have it plugged into Ethernet, just a direct line into the control board, like you would any normal miner, because why not? It's very easy to get Ethernet anywhere if you use a mesh Wi-Fi system, and if you're not using a mesh Wi-Fi system these days, I don't know why not. This is an S19K Pro, 115 terahash a second version. You can confirm, right? Here's the power cable plugged into this power supply. You see the total run here, and goes right into this plug. Looks like a normal plug. I've got a Drock meter on here. It's telling you it's 118 voltage, right? It's a normal wall outlet, pulling 10 amps of electricity. And right next door, we've got 240 voltage. This is one of my test corners out here on the Boscoin Mining Farm. And if you're wondering about these boxes, those are meter boxes, the Boscoin edition. I'll link them if you want one. It was a fun collaboration to do with him. We also use these mining PDUs from Altair. They're very useful. You just plug them into a 30 amp 240 voltage outlet. You got a nice compact mining deployment, and those things, you know, these PDUs only cost like $100 shipped. When you punch in the code Boscoin, save some coin. Altair is especially heralded in this video because he worked with Erlacher to design this contraption, and it's all about putting power back into the plebs, right? Letting the little guy be able to easily mine. Maybe you're renting and you can't add an outlet to your house. Here's your option, okay? Maybe you're at your parents' house and they're like, dude, no, you're not adding an electrical outlet for that Bitcoin-y thing. Solution. Maybe you're moving soon. Solution. What is so cool about this, all right, is the fact that it uses an older style Bitmain Antminer power supply, right? But these are still produced, if you're not familiar with that. You may remember the APW3s that really made this style popular. This is an APW7, right? So we have to design this in a way where it can handle the power. This is a power supply that can produce up to 1,800 watts of electricity, but its capabilities are reduced on single phase electricity because single phase is just less efficient, put it simply. You get way more density when you do it this other way. But here's the deal. All three hash boards are still inside here. This comes with the power supply that it ships with, so you can always retroactively upgrade this to just be normal, to just be a full-size miner, to run on 240 voltage, to get all 115 terahash of mining capabilities. So you may be wondering, well, we're downclocked and we're using way less than 2,800 watts, which is what this miner normally uses out of the box. So we're mining at less than half the power consumption, almost a third of the power consumption, and we are getting around half the hash rate. Also, please notice and, to be frank, appreciate how quiet this thing is. Okay, I'm standing right next to it. It's quiet. This thing is what you want if you want to heat your basement, heat your garage. This is a super cool, super versatile miner. I think so many more people are going to get into Bitcoin moving forward, as many more people are adding solar, and then you end up with excess electricity. Okay, that's okay. So we have extra electricity. What do we do? The power company is not just going to let us bank it forever. So we need a way to get rid of that excess electricity. Why not get paid for it? Why not earn Bitcoin, something that appreciates in value, which is truly the exact freaking opposite of the disgusting, inflated, dirty US dollar and other fiat currencies. They steal your vitality by inflating that currency that you piss your life away working for. So just think about that. Let that one resonate. So you can see the miner way back there in the corner of my garage, and I'm walking towards a miner that is much louder. Also, actually before we do that, let me show you what the temperature is in here so you have all of the data. It is the afternoon here right now, and it's 81 degrees Fahrenheit in my garage. And this is with several miners running in this building, downstairs, upstairs, whatever. Just to put that into perspective, it's around 70 degrees outside. So it's warm, it's warm. Now listen to how loud a full-size Bitcoin miner is. This is a Bitmain Antminer KS3. This is, it was at one point the best Casper mining rig in the world. It's a very exciting miner, it's a very loud miner, it's a very power-hungry miner. So we've got this one hooked to another mining PDU. It's the only miner on that circuit. And you can check the power consumption over here, 3,400 watts on 240 voltage, 14 amps of electricity. And at that power consumption, this is how much heat it's producing. This is how fast the fans have to spin. And you know, more electricity means more heat, means faster fans to dissipate that, which means more noise. That's how it breaks down, that's how simple it is. I have the door open to regulate the heat a little bit between these two sides of the garage, but like check this out. That miner is making it 86 degrees Fahrenheit in here, 5 degrees higher than the other side. So already the capability to run one of the best bang for buck Bitcoin miners out there right now, or with the new S21 variant, literally the true option to run best in class Bitcoin mining performance that you can plug in anywhere in your house, is pretty freaking exciting. And I don't want my enthusiasm to be taken as a shill or whatever else, right? We have affiliate links, right? We have sponsors on the channel. Altair is a great guy that our channel actually inspired him to get into GPU mining way back in 2017 or 2018. And then beyond that, it inspired him to stay in the space. And now he's got his own business slinging Bitcoin miners and other Bitcoin mining parts. And like, that's so cool. So please don't mistake my enthusiasm for a shill or some other nonsense like I'm some sellout influencer. I love this stuff. I believe in this stuff, okay? For many, many, many reasons. I could go on the rest of the day. So I'm gonna stop there. I just switched mining pools to put this miner on a different mining pool address so we get very clear, simple, concise mining profitability data. And so I will bring you now, as we have this transition into the future, the mining profitability of this miner, right? How much is it earning? We already see at the wall how much it's burning. How much does the dashboard say it's burning? And we can run the numbers and see, you know, what does the ROI look like? But it's really the versatility that shines here. Oh, and by the way, you're on the Voscoin YouTube channel, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? So you want to start earning passive income mining cryptocurrencies, and you want to know, where should I order from? Enter Coin Mining Central, a miner seller that's been in business for years, not months, with a lot of happy customers. We've got a link out in the video description below, but more importantly, we've got code VOSCOIN to save some coin. It is the best coupon code you can possibly use on their site. It's the best deal. Yes, please use it to support us, but honestly, please, if nothing else, support yourself. Just like Arby's got the meats, I got the data.
Arby's, we have the data.
I don't know, maybe we should redo that. Jeez. So let's go into the Bitmain Antminer S19K Pro with an Erlacher conversion. The dashboard is a little bit off because this is a weird implementation here. So we already kind of ran through that data. What I really want to show you in this dashboard are what the hashboard voltage is at, 12.3. What is the chip frequency? 270. This is a severely downclocked or underclocked miner. This, again, as shown right here, has hashboard, I hate when they do 0, but 0, 1, 2 or 1, 2, 3 of the hashboards. This is the kit out of Altair's shop. This is the Erlacher. right? And with this, you're getting all of these components. You're getting a power cable, you're getting some screws, you're getting the board that you need. You are getting a 3D printed power supply holder, the associated cables. It's been wired and configured in a manner that is basically plug and play for you. You're sliding the attached power supply off, you're sliding this in, and you have a pretty and effective finished product while still maintaining your original power supply. So you can always convert this back, whether you get a higher voltage in the future or you just want to sell it as a more complete unit. We've talked a lot about the angles, right? And the listing kind of confirms that. Wi-Fi space heater and so forth. This works for the S19 XP and many of the other S19 series miners. And that's a good point. I should clarify that. You can basically do this with probably any S19 miner you may have or may be able to source. It's just the simple fact that they are still producing the S19K Pros. And if you're going to offer a plug and play kit, you're going to use a new miner, probably if you're a shop like this. This is also why the S21 is now an option. The S21 comes in at a higher hash rate and a higher efficiency and is obviously just simply a better machine, but it carries a much higher price tag, $4,200 for this S21 in this kit configuration from Altair. You contrast that with the S19K Pro, it's $2,250. The S19K Pro is obviously a way better value for this deployment. However, if you are going to be able to return the S21 to its intended settings one day, then that may make much more sense for you. Or if you don't mind spending more for a small efficiency boost and a bit more hash rate, then maybe, but to be honest, the numbers really just don't line up. We have an affiliate code down in the video description below. We also have the coupon code VOSCOIN. Please punch in code VOSCOIN to save some coin and support the channel if you decide to grab any of these. I got this from Altair 2 review, but we weren't paid for this review or anything. So the monetization from this review is really entirely in the affiliate sales and so forth, and just general support on the channel and YouTube members and things like that. And that doesn't mean I'm here to shill it or push it on you. There's a lot of pros and cons, right? If you have 240 voltage, just get a freaking normal miner. But there are very unique uses for this device, and that's what we've tried to highlight and focus. Erlacher is of the Luxor team, so it's no surprise that Luxor's firmware was used for this. So the firmware, I like the design, I like the styling, I like the data. The Commander tool was a good experience and worked well. I absolutely abhor how much they hide their fees. You go around in their user agreement, good luck finding it, right? Then you scroll around in their docs, it's not there. These are the applicable models though. That LuxOS supports. I did find a 2.8% fee reference on an old Bitcoin talk thread. I also asked Altair and he confirmed it's 2.8, and of course I could have asked Luxor if I needed to. It's a big dev fee when you're paying over 5% between a mining pool and also the firmware. Granted, they do remove the dev fee on the firmware if you are mining to their Luxor mining pool, which we have done to get the best possible data on this miner review. And we just talked about this in the T21 three-phase to single-phase conversion video, where we also utilized LuxOS, copy and pasting another interesting creation from Altair. 2.8% of 180 terahash. It doesn't sound like too much maybe, but when you really look at it, that's 5 terahash. That's a lot. So I'm logged into the mining pool. We see the Erlacher right here. We see my 24-hour hash rate at 55.5 terahash a second. From the actual device, we can see that it's got a 24-hour hash rate of 57.3 terahash a second. And let's do some math. We can do math. So if we've got 57.3 times 2.8, math is hard, 0.028%, it's 1.6, okay? And we minus that from our 24-hour hash rate of 57.3, we get 55.7. Now, let's go back to the mining pool. And on the mining pool, we have a 24-hour hash, or reported 24-hour hash rate for yesterday of 54.56. 54. So we have a little bit of a discrepancy there. Obviously, I'm just doing quick math, whatever. But that kind of gets us more in line with what we would and should be expecting here. We see an uptime here of nearly 100%. So we registered about a full day of mining for this mining profitability. I will cut in an update on mining profitability on this video right now if any substantial changes happen after I record, because there's going to be a couple of days while we edit this video before we get it published out on YouTube. So the key takeaway is, if you don't see me right now and I haven't flipped over to another screen and it's still just me here, then there was nothing new to report. So we mined about $5.50. And let's say we're consuming 1,200 watts. This cost me less than $3 a day to run. So looking at the mining profitability, yes, this is absolutely earning more than it's burning, at least with the current Bitcoin block reward. But realistically, this is a miner that would be expected over the next year, unless Bitcoin, hits new all-time high after all-time high after all-time high at a 10 cent per kilowatt hour electricity rate, kind of just continuing to break even. But here's some things to think about. Right. And again, this has never been a pitch as this being the best and most profitable miner. This has utility. You're trading utility and versatility, for straight profitability, or against straight profitability. Right. This is a miner that you can deploy on Wi-Fi. It's a space heater. It can plug into any outlet. That's basically, the upside, the benefit. You also you're mining an asset that appreciates on average year over year, or at least over several years, again, historically, as opposed to sitting in dollars that become less and less valuable year over year. The device itself carries some sort of value, so it's not something that you buy and it's instantly worthless. Ultimately, I think this is a niche product that perfectly fits the bill for some people, but obviously not for serious Bitcoin miners or mining Bitcoin at scale. But if it checks one of your unique boxes that may be holding you back from getting into Bitcoin mining, it could be a very interesting and just engaging endeavor. Furthermore, what some people don't think about is operating, and I can't give you advice on this, no disclaimer thing, whatever, but I operate my mining farm as a business. It's a true business, right? I mean, I'm pouring my time in, I'm pouring my funds in, and then I'm making money with the business, and it has a cost to operate it. So electricity to me is not just a bill, it is an expense. So take from that whatever you will, consult a professional or something, whatever. That's really all I've got on this device. I think it's incredibly cool. It absolutely blows away devices like the Heatbit, which that company was, a absolute flop. Just like what was that thing called? Like the Coinbit, the CoinMine. I don't remember. It was in the last crypto cycle, and it was a graphics card in a little white case that mined cryptocurrencies and auto converted it to Bitcoin and then paid you out, and it was kind of marketed as basically a space heater. We're going to keep seeing more and more space heater devices, but this is a Bitcoin space heater that makes much more sense, literally, figuratively there. So, hey, I'm Vosker on the Voscoin YouTube channel. If you want to learn more and earn more, just like I try to do every day, please subscribe to the Voscoin YouTube channel. And it's not just for me, it's for Tails. She's our CBO, our Chief Frickin' Bitcoin Officer. So let me know your thoughts on this thing. I think it's one of the more unique devices we've ever shown on the channel. Do you agree, disagree, why? I'd love to hear from you, seriously, in the comments down below. And what do you want to see me cover next? I'm trying to put out a video a day. It's intense. Love some just, truly ideas, stuff you want to see. At the end of the day, I want to make the best content, and I want it to be content that you want, not just me ranting on camera. And that's exactly why I'm clicking this button to stop recording. Goodbye.